what is your idealism, or what are your theories, what are your opinions on the New Age prophets?
Okay. First of all, I'll say that the Bible says that in the last days, I'll pour out my spirit into your sons and daughters. They will prophesy and all those kind of stuff. You see. But at the same time, the Bible says that there will be false prophets.
It's true.
You see. So what I'll say, I'll encourage people to pray to God, that God give us some light. God direct us, give us some discerning spirit, because we don't know, we're not sure of where we must go. So we must pray to God.
Okay. On that point of we are not sure, for you personally as an aspiring pastor, what is it that you look for in someone to prove that, okay, this is a legit prophet?
Okay, I read the fruits of the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Break that down for us kindly, please.
How you live your life.
How you live your life.
You cannot tell me that you are a prophet while you're sleeping with other girls. Yeah. So I look at the fruit of the Spirit.
Yes.
The Bible says that we see a tree by its fruits.
Yes.
So that's what I do.
Okay, and then the other characteristics you look for in a true prophet, a man of God?
A true man of God must have the spirit of the fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of Spirit of the
is
Spirit
the main thing.
It's the main thing.
Yeah, that you use. What do you think about people? You know, there was a story about these 7 prophets who said they were angels. Do you remember that story?
I do.
Who said they were angels, and basically the reason why they had so much coverage over their church was because people were literally selling their houses, selling their cars, leaving their jobs, taking their retirement funds, taking money that they'd saved for their children to invest into the church. What do you think about people who literally are willing to sacrifice everything in the name of God for prophets?
The thing is that when you give to God, you must give generously.
Yes.
You must not be forced to give.
Yes.
You give what you are willing to give.
Yes.
Yeah, so you shouldn't allow anyone to manipulate you to give. Yeah, and if you see any sign of manipulation when it comes to giving, just withdraw money.
Yeah. Okay, in terms of signs, can you elaborate on that? What would it be? What would I have to do as a prophet to prove to you that no, this person is playing with me? What do you look for in a prophet? You would say, I don't trust this person.
I would like to go to the previous question.
Yes.
Like about money. Yeah, most of the false prophets are all about money. Yeah, they want to make money, and they are not prayerful. Yeah, and everything that they do, you can see that this is not from God. Yeah, you can see, because you should be a person who reads the word of God. You must read the word of God. The Bible says that when Paul was preaching, some of the people that he was preaching to, after he have preached, they went to a fair to see if what he said was true. Yeah, so.
Can you briefly just give us like a short experience that you had with a false prophet?
Hey, well, these people are con artists. From starters, I went to this guy, and then immediately I walked in, just said that, you have marriage problems, you're trying to conceive, what. And that, at that moment, I'm not married.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to conceive. I just had other problems. The next thing he said that, hey, you should give your husband this and this and this. I was like, guy. So from then, I saw that, that these people are just like there to take your money and leave you like that. So that's what I'm saying. There are no prophecies
that are real. All of them are fake.
Not all of them, but most of them are fake. Yeah.
Do you have anyone that you know in your family that is really into the prophecy thing?
My mom.
Really? Which church does she go to?
She's Catholic.
Oh, she's a Catholic. So at the church they give her prophecy, or she knows prophets?
Yeah.
Okay. And she believes these prophecies and they work in her life?
Yeah, they do work.
For her life?
Yeah, for her.
Okay. And you feel like there's no correlation between the two because she's your mom? You feel like it only works for her, it doesn't work for
it only works for her because she believes in that. I don't believe in that.
So you feel like if you believe in it, it works? And if you don't believe it, it doesn't
But
apply.
sometimes it's not a matter of believing. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, regardless of whether you do believe or you don't. It doesn't work, if it doesn't work. But then if it works, it works.
So if someone approached you and they said they could give you or offer you deliverance for 10,000 rand, what would you, if you are at your worst in your life, what would your reaction be?
No, I won't give them my money.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't. I believe that if I need help, God will find a way to help me.
Directly?
Yeah, without sending someone to help me.
Got it. Thank you very much for your
Okay,
time, babes.
thank you.
What do you think about this new culture being pushed forward? Can you please look at me?
I don't really have much to think about.
Yeah.
But to be quite honest, I feel that this emergence of prophets and stuff, it's just there to confuse people and to take advantage of us as people who are looking for a quick fix to all of our problems, if I had to put it that way. So because one prays and your answer doesn't, whatever that you're praying for doesn't get answered, now you get frustrated. But because of this new culture of prophets, they promise you heaven
Instant,
and earth and all of these instant things, and then as an individual you get duped into those kind of things. So yeah, this whole culture thing of them coming through and taking advantage of people and just knowing that people are just really desperate, and as a result they become gullible to whatever that they tell them to do or say.
Do you think that there's anything to be said about the fact that all of them flock to South Africa in particular? Because you'd never hear any, like for instance, there was an example made that no one goes to Nigeria to create a church here, ZCC, for instance. Why are they all coming here?
No, I mean, look, I guess it's a case of, well, South Africans, they have this perception that in general, South Africans, they are very supportive of these things. So in a sense that as a South African, you are more inclined to give in all of your salary or all of your monies to the church, whereas at home you're struggling. So you find that when you go back home, you live in a shack, or you go back home, there's no electricity, and you're really, 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 really struggling to make ends meet. Whereas those prophets or those pastors or whatever the case might be live in luxurious houses, and they are pretty much well off from the monies that they get from the people. Hence why them flocking here to South Africa is because they know that people won't even think to.
So what is prophecy?
Prophecy is like a vision.
A vision?
Yeah, a vision or a message. Obviously for people who go to church, it would be presumably from God, and a message that is supposed to be delivered to the receiver.
Okay.
So, you know, in the Bible, it's listed as something that's supposed to be for free, but obviously we know now that it gets sold now. Like you get people paying up to 10K for one-on-one. So what do you think about the psychology? Do people go there with the notion of things that they want to hear? How does it...
The one thing I've noticed about people is they suffer from... It's not actually that they suffer from. Everyone does this.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we look for information to confirm what we're actually going through.
Yeah.
So the reason why these false prophets are able to capitalize on Mothupi is because they know their background, they know what's guy, and they know what's Naka. So that's why they're able to. Typical example: a mother of single mother, right? Single parents, mother of four. Where my husband left me.
Yeah.
Mother, I can't do this all on my own.
Yeah.
Do you what you get?
Yeah.
The priest, the same script. She resonates with information. She's like, oh shit, this guy knows what's up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give her my money.
Mm.
I've actually on the real, I'm gonna be a bit of a devil's advocate on this one. It's like I actually admire people who are able to take advantage of a situation. Morally, yes, it's questionable.
Yeah.
But he's a smart man.
Yeah.
He managed to cheat the system.
Yeah.
So are we going to prosecute a guy because he found a loophole?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What is your opinion about prophets as a whole? What do you think about them as a whole? What they offer to congregants, what they offer to believers, deliverance. What do you think about that?
I don't believe in prophets.
Mm.
I don't go to church.
Mm.
I'm a traditional person.
Mm.
I grew up under traditional, and that's where my belief is.
Mm. What do you think about the notion of people paying up to 10,000 Rand for one-on-one consultations with? What do you think would push someone to do something like that?
No, that's devilish.
It's devilish.
For me, that's devilish.
Mm. What do you think about the things that prophets say in particular in regards to ancestry, ceremonies, being that they are also black?
I think those ones probably, I've got a problem with them.
Mm.
Because for that, I personalize it.
Mm.
I don't believe any prophets that thinks ancestors or we should forget about the people that they've passed on this world.
Mm.
Those ones I don't believe on them.
Mm.
I believe in my ancestors. I do rituals, and I expect people to respect us who do those things.
What do you think about the rumor that goes around sometimes, Ubuti? These very prophets that say don't do this are ones who consult sangomas for these powers that they have.
I might not be sure on that, but I think if they would do that, they would be doing things wrong. I believe whoever goes to church, they must follow what the Bible did. I believe that there is God, the Almighty, and I don't believe in those people where they do it like as prophesizing. If I read a little bit of a Bible, I hear during those times when Moses was here, would communicate with God, God will tell him what to do. But then after Jesus came through to save us, each and everyone can speak to God. So if you're going to come to me and tell me that you're a prophet, God has told you to tell me 1 and 2, then we're going to have a problem.
What do you think is wrong with the prophets of this day and age? What is it that they are doing that they shouldn't be doing, and what is it that they are not doing that they should be?
I think a person should be submissive. Most of the prophets, like young people, most of them are young people I know. So today I know that I'm called, because I know that I'm called, I go out and open my own church. While I'm not called to open a church, being when God gives you a gift, it doesn't mean that you should open your own church. You should sit down and learn and submit to other people.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Wow, that really threw me off track. Okay, so what do you think attracts these prophets particularly to South Africa? Why is there so many of them here, and why now? Do you think that we are in the end times?
Yeah, I can say we are in the last days. We are in the last days. The Bible does say that we are in the last days.
Yeah.
In the last days, you see all these kind of prophets. Yeah. So the other thing that I would say is that we shouldn't go to a conclusion that someone is a false prophet.
Yes.
But we might be fighting God. The thing is prayer and reading the word of God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So God will show us a direction.
It's true.
Where we should go.
Do you think that Abantu in South Africa in particular, because of the circumstances they are faced with, like poverty, those are the things that push them to go to places like a prophetic church?
I don't want to sound a little bit bad or offend another people, but I've seen most of these churches, our brothers from African countries,
Yes.
where they come in here and make money. For me, I don't think that they're here to push this gospel, but they're there for money. Whatever they do for you, they're looking for money. So I feel my sisters, brothers, mothers and fathers, they get conned into this scam, go to church, blow all their savings in there, and at the end of the day, they die poor.
Yes. There was the whole thing where people were talking about this particular church in the KZN, where people were literally taking their retirement money, selling their assets like cars and houses. What do you think about people going to that extent? Do you think people are tricked? Do you think that these prophets are using mutin on them to influence them or to persuade them to literally give away their lives?
I don't want to judge people, but I believe when people, they're saying they are being born again, they tend to follow things which for me, I see them as abnormal. Because if you're going to church, you're getting to be assisted.
Yes.
To probably, if their unbelief is when they've got problems or they need to go to church to be prayed for. But when the church starts demanding, you put your investment at church, you sell your house to give it to a church. For me, I don't think that is anything to do with God. Anything. For me, I think these people are coming in here just to make for their own gains. That's it.
Last question. 3 minutes? Okay, cool. Do you feel like the church, particularly prophetic churches, are just another example of how human beings are constantly longing for someone to tell them what to do? Oftentimes it just seems like human beings draw themselves in situations where, because they do show very sheepish behavior.
Yeah.
If you watch some of the congregations, the way they act, they wear bracelets, there's ways to like sort of set them apart from other people. Do you feel like they have sheepish behavior and sometimes can be assimilated with a cult, even though that's a bit far-fetched?
Yeah, it does. I mean, look, you know, like, as an individual, you already know that the higher power exists. So why is it that you are waiting for Sunday to be reunited with God again?
True.
Why is it that you are waiting to get home where there's more silence and so that you can pray to God? Why do you have to light your candles, take your rosary, take that crucifix, put it on the table, cover that table with the white cloth, and then invite God? Because God is he's anything, anything, everything, and everywhere. I mean, like the trees here, that's God Himself. That building there is God. I
Even
mean,
you.
even me, the
Yeah.
chair, this is God. Because, I mean, people, the problem that we have as a society is that we are boxing God. We think that God is this and He can't be that.
Yeah.
Or He can't be that, but He can't be that at the same time. So it's like we're saying that we almost doubt, it's like we're doubting what exactly God can and can't do for
And the
us.
extremes that it can go to, no?
Exactly.
Of TV Joshua performing miracles. What do you think about miracles?
Well, first thing what you should know, miracles are in different categories.
Yeah.
You know, some other people, they normally do miracles through other spirituals. Some they do miracles through God Himself. So probably to my side, He does miracle, right? But probably some believe Him, but to my side,
You don't.
there's some that I believe and some that I don't.
Yeah.
So
How do you tell the difference if the gift comes from God and if it comes from other spirits?
according to the teaching, you know, miracles and this Bible thing, it depends on how you teach people and how you understand the gospel.
Yeah.
You understand? So let me put it this way. You see, like TB Joshua, when you look at how he preaches his Bible and how he does his miracles, totally different. Most of his time, he normally talks about how moving demons and stuff. But when he's talking in the Bible, when he's talking about the Bible, he doesn't preach, you know, like, you know, teach, you know, Bible, really Bible, what people has to understand about miracles. The thing is, he talks about it and he does it. Okay, someone has to understand what is coming from.
Yes.
Like me.
Yeah.
If I want to believe him, he has to convince me through his preaching and through his teaching. That's it. So to my side, it might be true, it might be fake. To my side, I don't believe in miracles.
Yeah.
But I believe in myself.
Okay, cool. What do you think about people paying 10,000 rand for deliverance?
let me not answer you quickly on that question.
Yeah.
First of all, let me just take you back, right?
Okay.
If we look at people who are calling themselves Christians
Yes.
and do believe in Jesus, right?
Yes.
Let me take back in the story of Jesus. You know, he never asked anybody to pay for any miracle. You understand? So if someone comes to you and says that I'm a prophet, God choose me to preach the gospel, why should you ask money from people to perform miracles? Because Jesus never did that.
That's true.
So why should you do that?
Yeah.
So to my side, as long as you ask money for miracles, that's famous.
Yeah. And it's a clear sign of being fake.
It's fake,
Yeah.
totally. Because I can't pay someone to perform miracle for me. Because first of all, if I take you back, there's certain man in the Bible who went to Jesus and said that my son is dying.
Yes.
But Jesus didn't ask him for money. He just said that for your faith, because of your faith,
Your child is healed.
Your child is healed. And that man went because of his faith, and something happened.
That's
so
true.
why should someone ask me for money for him to tell me about what is bothering me or what I have to do to get money? Like, I want to get rich, or maybe I want to have something to help my family. So I'm going to someone who probably says he's a Christian, he's been chosen by God to help me see my future. Probably maybe I'm blind or I'm lost.
Yes.
But for me to open my eyes to see, he asks money for me. What the heck? Where am I going to get that money from?
Yeah.
I can get it. As long as you ask money for miracles, it's nothing. It's not God. It's you. You want benefit for yourself and your family.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, ke kae?
How shebile batho ba ba thusa batho, or are they robbing people?
No, they're robbing people because there's into the Lord promise about
Ha di etsahale.
Yeah, because I mean, you cannot promise somebody to be rich by tomorrow, so you have to work hard to get whatever you're going to have.
So you don't believe in miracles
No, I don't believe in miracles.
at all?
I only believe in God.
In God. And God o sebetsa jwang?
God will save someone. If you look for it's like this. When you pray, always this prayer, the Lord's Prayer. It says, "Modimo mpe bogobe wa ka ba letsatsi ka letsatsi mo ntakaneng." So, as a parent, you know, my child can only finish this much of portion. So you cannot just give him so much because you know that it's going to spoil you.
Siyabonga baba.
That's it.